So finally we get to the sign of Virgo. Virgo, what's going on? This is going to be your weekly reading for the month of November 2018. This is going to be for the week starting on the 4th, going into the 10th. So from this Sunday going into Saturday, your weekly reading. I decided to do a weekly reading for everybody just because everybody came out and kind of showed up big for the first time that I posted a reading on YouTube. And Virgo, this is you. So Virgo, getting into your present energies, what I felt when I was shuffling the cards was like, wow. That's all I can say. It's kind of like a deep, spiritual, mystical energy that's going on with you right now and your connection with the universe. The only thing that could match it was the Dance of the Swans, which I'm playing right now. It's classical music that was by, I think his name is Tchaikovsky. That's how I'm pronouncing it. I might be wrong. I'm not a music major, but it kind of is representative of what you're going to be feeling this week. To me, for some reason, it feels like the ending of an initiation. The universe has been initiating you, and at this time and space, or this moment, this week, what I'm feeling anyway, Virgo, and looking at your cards, the same thing. It kind of feels like that scene that was on Batman Begins when Bruce Wayne was training. He was with the League of Shadows, and he had been going through his whole training, and at the end he had to go through his last initiation. So in that last initiation, he had to face his deepest fears. He had to kind of like see if all of the training that he had did had created a new type of viewpoint in him, or if it had actually transformed or changed him. So it was kind of like that last test that they had to do to make sure he was ready to lead the League of Shadows, or make sure he was ready to be like a ninja at the end of the day, if you watch the movie. But yeah, for some reason, Virgo, that's what I'm kind of feeling from your energies on this weekend. To me, it's exciting. I don't know how exciting you're going to be going through it, because some of the cards here are some of the ones that are kind of like, the ones that most people don't want to kind of deal with. But if this is what I think it is, which is the ending of an initiation, I think you should be pretty happy, because when Bruce Wayne went through the end of that initiation, he kind of realized exactly who he was, his power, from within, because he was able to face his biggest, deepest fear, which was, the fear of bats. I don't think that's going to happen to you specifically this week. It could, because it's a general reading. But let's get into the energies, and I'll show you what I'm talking about through the cards. So we're starting off crowning your reading. Now, we all know this is your actual present energy, and let me change up the music for y'all, Virgo, because I don't want to keep it classical the whole time. I just kind of wanted to come in on that intro, so one sec. Okay, so on second thought, I'm definitely going to keep the classical music playing in the background. For some reason, I felt that that's what's needed. So I don't know. You guys may want to play some classical music. I would probably start off with the Dance of the Swans for this week, maybe in the morning time, or just when you kind of get in your space. I think that's going to kind of help out like your thinking for this week. Classical music. Every now and then it has to be done. So let's see. Going into the week, we have you coming and taking on the King of Wands energy. So let me turn this down some more. This King of Wands energy is definitely that fire, passionate king that sits on his throne and is ready to make a move. This could be the energy you're walking into the week with, because you could have like a fire that's kind of like lit up under you coming into this week of November. You could just be kind of like looking forward and ready to do the things that it takes, to keep moving forward and keep going on into this new cycle that you're kind of coming into. I think you're ready for what it is that the universe is kind of like bringing your way this week. If it is that end of that initiation, this is the best energy to kind of be on. That King of Wands, because it's like that quick moving, fast, light energy, passionate energy that you can take on anything that you need to and knock it out. as quickly and efficiently as possible. So I'm liking that King of Wands energy. Virgo, right up under that, this row right here, they kind of all match each other for some reason. So this is why I was feeling that kind of energy of you kind of being initiated a little bit, because right here, the Nine of Swords, you got the Tower, and you have the Two of Swords, but right in the middle of your energy, this could be you kind of having to deal with those things that I talked about, like facing some of your deepest fears or deepest anxieties, or the things that you think are not going to work out for you, the doubts that you have on a daily basis, or that you used to have. It's kind of like those things are bubbling back up to the surface just to kind of like test you a little bit, but not any type of test. It's kind of like the end of this cycle, the end of this training that you've been going through. So this is the initiation. It's kind of like when they go through frats or sororities, the last week of training, the last week of initiation is called Hell Week. And not saying that this is a week of hell for you, but that's just kind of like what could be going on internally. You could have to face some of your deep fears again. They may come up to the surface just so you can see like, hey, I'm over that. Hey, I deal with that differently. I accept that it happens. I accept that I have these doubts or these fears or these hangups or whatever they are, but they don't keep me in a place where I'm kind of like just, not able to keep moving forward, not able to keep working. Also, the thing that usually happens when somebody is initiated is after they get past this Nine of Sword energy that you might be feeling this week, this happens, the Tower. And the Tower could represent not only something just shocking you or something coming that's kind of like falling apart. I don't think that's what it is for you this week, Virgo. I think it represents illumination. It represents revelation. The Tower card could represent like the light bulb, aha moment that you have where you're kind of like laying in bed, can't sleep, thinking about stuff, kind of like mulling things over, going through that whole cycle of thought that you usually have to go through. But at this moment in this week, I see you kind of getting some type of epiphany, revelation, aha, light bulb moment that's happening because you're kind of dealing with those thoughts. You're sifting through the different thoughts that you have and seeing how it affects you now, seeing how those fears affect you now. And I think what you're going to see is that they don't have such an effect on you like they used to have in the past. And that's probably going to be the epiphany that you're having, that sour moment, to where it's kind of like you get the revelation like, wait a minute. So something is shifting in your perception and the way that you view these things that keep you up at night, these things that kind of make your mind keep going over and over again about the same thing over and over again. Is something that's fallen away from that type of thought, because I think you could be having a paradigm shift. This actually represents a paradigm shift. Before somebody has a paradigm shift, they are stuck in their thoughts. And that's usually the basis of a paradigm shift, because your thoughts build up and build up and build up until they can't build up anymore on that one level, and then you bust out of the top of that. Your crown chakra gets illuminated, and then you have the answers that you were seeking all of a sudden. Epiphanies, that's how they happen. Also initiation. So that's what I think is going on with you this week, Virgo. Same energy. It's kind of like stuck in your head, having to choose between two decisions, not being able to see clearly because you're blinded by those thoughts. In both pictures, this person is kind of like covering their eyes, which is kind of like representing you not having clarity for a certain matter. This could be with just internal thoughts, you just not having clarity, and it's kind of like worrying you a little bit or keeping you up at night. But what I see is some epiphany coming in, because this is a universal energy, a major arcana right here. And with it being right behind this Nine of Swords energy, I just see it as a paradigm shift for you. And I am so excited about that for some reason. Like, I'm feeling that, Virgo. That is what's happening. Right below that in your, at the base of your reading, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is representing you getting to work on something. I think this actually popped up in your monthly reading, which is crazy because I shuffle these cards very, very well, believe me. But I keep having the same cards pop up for the same signs. And for you, it is the Eight of Pentacles, Virgo. So you're hard at work on something. Like you have all the energy you need because you've come to this place of having this epiphany, having this major paradigm shift of seeing things differently, seeing your thoughts differently and the power that your thoughts have on you. You're giving those negative thoughts less power and the positive thoughts more power than you were in the past. And because of that, I see you kind of like getting to work on something. You want to build. You want to, put your head down and go at it hard, hard, hard. And that's kind of like the energy that you're taking on with that King of Wands. It's like, let's go. And it's kind of like the universe is giving you that okay too. It's matching your energy and like, okay, get ready because now you have been initiated. Now you are part of the League of Shadows. Not really, but that's the example that I'm using from Batman. But that's what you're doing. You guys look like have been through a transformation, and this is kind of like that last initiation where you're walking out as a new person. You're coming out of the cocoon as a butterfly. And usually before the butterfly comes out, he has to struggle a little bit, you know, just to deal with, who he used to be, deal with the transformation, those thoughts, and then boom, he busts out of his shell, he busts out of the cocoon, the revelation happens. So that's what's going on with you, Virgo, and I'm feeling it. This is the card for you under the deck. That's the star card, and I usually don't show that to people. It's usually just for me, but this is what you're turning into, Virgo. Like the butterfly that comes out of the cocoon and is ready to take center stage and, present herself. Like, let's go. What's happening, world? So you're about to be shining for real, because initiation is almost done. You're getting to work full speed. Coming into your future energy, since this is a weekly reading, I'm not trying to make it forever, believe me. Ace of Cups, we've got the High Priestess once again, Virgo, and then the Knight of Cups. So we already know what's going on. You have a new offer coming in from the universe that is emotional. So this could be emotional fulfillment coming in when it is pertaining to something, whether that is something personal for you, whether that is a relationship, whether it's a job, whether it's a path that you're wanting to go in, maybe a business deal. It could be anything. It's a general reading, but this is an emotional offer coming in from the universe, coming in externally, that's matching the energy that you're taking on this week. So emotional fulfillment coming in from somewhere or something. High Priestess energy, once again, Virgo, this is you tapping into that intuition, which I believe is going to help you out of this little moment that you have, this little last initiation. It's just going to be showing you that your power is in your intuition. So your thoughts can't, overcome you. You can't get clouded in all of your judgment anymore. You've been through the training. You're initiated into your use of your intuition, to trust your intuition over everything. Trust your intuition over all the thoughts that you have swimming around in your head. You're able to pick out, exactly what's your intuition and what's just a thought that's flying by. And that's what I'm seeing, Virgo. This is almost kind of like a repeat of your monthly reading. So going into this week, you're taking that same High Priestess energy, moving forward, and that intuitive flow that you can have, and it's balancing you out. Definitely, that's what I'm feeling. And then right below that, we have the Knight of Cups. So this is some type of another emotional offer coming in. So this is what's going on. I don't know if this is you making an offer to somebody else or somebody making an offer to you when it comes to something that's bringing you emotional fulfillment. So right above the High Priestess, you have the Ace of Cups. Right below it, you have the Knight of Cups. So either way it goes, it's some type of emotional fulfillment that's being offered to you, or you're offering it to somebody else. Or it could just be one. It could be two offers coming in. One coming in from the universe, which could have to do with just an opportunity. And then one coming in from a person. Maybe that's what it seems like to me. Or this could just be the same, opportunity coming in from a person. And, it could be an Ace of Cups, but they could be a Knight. It depends on who you are, Virgo. But either way, I see offers coming in. Um, One could be coming from the past, maybe, because this knight is facing kind of like you coming back from the past, and one could just be a brand new offer coming in. That could be what you kind of feel, the decision that you have to make um, is possible. But this is your future energy, so this is kind of like how you're going to be ending the week off. Is that Ace of Cups, High Priestess, and then Knight of Cups. So I see good things coming in with you ending the week. Like I think after you go through this little, speed bump, this little hiccup, and it's probably not even a hiccup. It's just like the wrapping up of an initiation is what I feel. You're wrapping up that training that the universe has been putting you through, the boot camp, and it's just like that last week of like, okay, what have you learned? Let's try it out. Let's see. You know what I'm saying? And with you ending that energy off with this Eight of Pentacles, it's kind of like, yeah, you're ready. You are ready to build. And so these things are going to be coming in. These offers are going to be coming in because you're ready to move forward. You're ready to build on something. And you're taking on that King of Wands energy. So you're fiery, passionate, quick moving about it. And let's get it, Virgo. Hey, thank y'all for listening. If you like it, subscribe, like, comment. I like all that feedback. And I'll be back at you guys again with next week reading. I'm out.